Hey guys, it's Adrian, and today I'm taking a look at these Soundpeats Air4 Pros. Now, I also recently reviewed these Soundpeats Air 4s, which I really loved, especially for the price, but the Air 4 Pros do improve in a couple of key areas. They both still offer 13mm drivers, the aptX codec, ANC, and up to 26 hours of battery life. So what's the main difference between the Air 4 Pros and the Air 4? Well, you'll have to stick around to find out, and a big thanks to Soundpeats for sending us out for review. The box comes with the Soundpeats Air 4 Pros, the charging case, USB Type A to Type C cable, additional ear tips, and manual. The design of the Air 4 Pros is a little bit different than on the previous Air 4 model. So you can see this goes directly into the ear canal and it's going to be a bit more of a secure fit. However, with the Air 4s, this is a semi-ear design, so it doesn't go all the way in. It's a little bit more loose feeling in the ear, but it's definitely more comfortable at the same time. We have the 13mm dynamic drivers on here, and you can see it's a two-tone color scheme, so it's glossy here, but the rest of it is this type of matte finish, and we have the Soundpeats logo. Looks very nice and classy on the side there. We also have two charging contacts at the bottom and then a variety of different microphone ports for mic pickup. And this is what the charging case looks like. So it folds up, very compact in the hand. We have an LED indicator light and it's really easy to just grab these out, no problems taking them and putting them back in for easy charging. At the bottom we have the USB Type-C charging port there and then the pairing button, and you can see as I press a little bit of a fingerprint magnet if you have oily fingerprints. Specs include 13mm dynamic drivers. We have adaptive active noise cancellation up to 88 milliseconds of low latency in game mode, Bluetooth 5.3 up to 26 hours of playback with the case. Codecs are SBC, AAC, aptX. We also have HSB, HFB, A2DP, AV, RCP. Pairing the earbuds are really easy, so I'm just going to open the case up, press the pairing button at the bottom until the LED indicator light flashes. Okay, then I'm going to hit scan on my phone and I'm just going to find, here we go, Soundpeats Air 4 Pro. Tap on that and then click on pair. And it's now paired. I'm just going to scroll and I can see that the Air 4 Pros are now paired, and I could go in and I can see that it's enabled for calls and audio, and I can also enable the option for LE audio where I'm going to have better sound quality and performance while using less energy. So I've connected the Air 4 Pros to both my Z Fold 5 right there and to my S24 Ultra there, so I can actually listen to music or audio from either device. I could just switch interchangeably. Here's a quick demo of the multi-point feature. So you could have the Air 4 Pros paired to two devices, like two phones or a phone and a laptop, phone and a tablet. So I'm gonna play music here. And the music's being outputted right there. Now if I was gonna get a call on this phone or I wanna watch Netflix here, I could hit play. It's automatically gonna pause the music here and output the sound on the earbuds from this device. Let's take a look at the Soundpeats app, and I can see the battery level for each earbud individually. Now I can go into the full settings, turn on this adaptive equalizer, but instead of that, I prefer to just pick from the preset equalizers, and I normally put it on the bass boost equalizer. That's just what I prefer. Now you also have the option to add in custom equalizers if you like. Then you can switch between ANC, normal mode, transparent mode. We can also turn game mode on from here. Disable all touch functions if you just want to use your phone's volume controls to manage everything, and you could turn in-ear detection on or off. Let's take a look at the touch controls because they're done perfectly on here. So a single tap will increase or decrease the volume, and a double tap will pause, and a double tap again will resume playback. Now if you do a triple tap on one of them, it'll just turn game mode on or off, and a triple tap on the other one will launch your voice assistant. Now a long press on the left earbud will go ahead and cycle between active noise canceling, normal mode, transparency mode, etc. And a long press on the right earbud will just forward the track. However, I haven't found a setting to actually go to the previous track. So when it came to sound, because these do have the aptX codec, if you have a Snapdragon enabled device, then you're going to get up to 96 kilohertz in terms of the sound. But if you don't, then it's going to be 48 kilohertz. So straight out of the box, I found the sound on these to be just as good as on the Air 4, actually a little bit better. And I think that's because of the in-ear design, whereas with the Air 4s, it's a semi-in-ear design, so it's not as great of a seal, especially if it gets loose while you're walking or doing any type of exercise. I noticed that the bass hit a little bit harder and was a bit more resonant in my ear thanks to that in-ear design. But it's pretty much a similar listening experience in terms of, just vibrant, expansive, full-bodied sound like you would find with the Air 4s. Voices came through clearly, especially using the classic equalizer. Now, if I did use the bass equalizer to just kind of bump that up, then I noticed it became a little bit more muddied, but overall, I mean, it still sounds amazing for $50 earbuds. These are also one of the few earbuds where I don't find myself needing to really crank it all the way to 100% volume. I probably have some, form of hearing loss, so I'm usually listening to the volume at higher levels. But these get actually so loud that I just need to have it, like 80 to 90% with the active noise cancellation on, and it's an awesome listening experience. Here's an example of what audio sounds like being recorded with the Soundpeats Air4 Pro. Battery life is between 4 to 6 hours, and it really depends on if you have ANC on or off, and depending on the volume level you listen to. But a 1.5 hour charge will get these fully back up to 100%. If you really want to prolong battery life, it's possible to listen to music with just one earbud while the other earbud stays unused in the case, and then once the battery life is depleted on this one, you could just swap them out. So while the Air 4 Pros are still pretty comfortable for me to wear for 1 to 2 hours at a time, they're a little bit of a step down from the Air 4s due to the semi-ear in design, because I noticed like on my right ear, it felt very comfortable, but on my left ear, due to ear morphology, your ears are not perfect. I noticed it a little bit more, after, about an hour mark. So something to keep in mind. So should you get these Soundpeats Air 4 Pros, especially if you have the Air 4s, or maybe you're just considering between the two of these? Well, the main difference is that this has in-ear detection, so it's automatically going to play or pause music anytime you take the earbud out. The other thing is that this is a in-ear design, whereas the Air 4 is a semi-in-ear design. So these are definitely going to stay in your ear, much better if you're a more active person. The only thing is maybe you'll take a little bit of, a step down in terms of comfort, depending on your ear morphology, of course. Now, they both offer 13mm dynamic drivers, but I kind of feel that it's a little bit better on the Air 4 Pros. I think because the sound is a little bit more focused. It's not anything make or break. I mean, if I didn't have these and I just had the Air 4s, I would be super thrilled and happy with the performance of those. But if these are going for the same price, when you check, definitely try the Air 4 Pros if you really value the in-ear detection. So I'm going to leave some links down below for you to check out these Soundpeats Air 4 Pros. These are a seriously great pair of earbuds for only around $50 US. I'm telling you, like, I review a lot. This is a standout pair. Now, I've also recently reviewed Edifier's, Neo Buds Pro 2. They definitely sound better than this, but they're also, over double the cost. So if you're looking for something, under 100 US, and I'm saying these are 50 US, you definitely cannot go wrong with these. It's an excellent balance of, sound performance, battery life. You also get active noise cancellation, in-ear detection. It's pretty good feature set for the price. By the way, don't forget to check out some of my other earbud and headphone reviews. I also really highly recommend the Engine 4s if you don't need active noise cancellation, another solid option from Soundpeats. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one soon.